Nate, thanks for doing that now. That was a good reminder. I forgot to do that earlier. So. In any case, if you can imagine what that family had to go through, but they valued music. So the young Benny Goodman got an education in music, and that kind of, in a lot of ways, kind of set the rest of the story of what he was and who he became. And there's a lot to be respected, not only musically, because eventually he becomes the master of both the jazz big band world, but also the classical world as well. All those early LP recordings and recordings that were happening were he recorded the great composers of that era and before, and all the clarinet concertos and albums. It was a huge accomplishment to do what he did. So it's a remarkable story of that. But even beyond that, the big bands of the time, there were African American bands and there were non-African American bands, right? But they were never mixed. You know, black performers kind of say, oh yeah, we'll accept them as entertainment, going back to, to the century before and how that was. But Benny Goodman was the first one to integrate his band. And when he put his band together at the beginning, it wasn't really as successful as it could have been, but then he got a hold of some arrangements by what's his name? No. It's one of those moments. I know, I didn't even have to look at that. I say, hey Matt, Fletcher Henderson. And probably because of his Jewish roots and the kind of the difficulties that he had, he understood this thing. And when that band traveled to the South, you can imagine the kind of controversy that did happen, but he stuck to his guns. And he defended his players. He ended up playing with Lionel Hampton and some other folks as well. And this was a big deal. And this is before baseball, before Jackie Robinson, and so on. It happened in music. And if you know musicians, they don't care if you're green or purple or whatever. If you can play and you're a nice person and we like playing with you, we like you, right? And so he understood that. So in any case, we're going to share this wonderful arrangement of Benny Goodman, and thanks to modern science, we have a time machine, and so we're bringing back to life Benny Goodman. Is that right? No. What? Hang on, I got a second. The time machine doesn't work. Larry, could you do us a favor? I know you were planning on doing this, but do you mind playing all Benny's solos for us today? I hate to put you on the spot doing this in the last minute like this, but be patient with him, okay?
Mm-hmm.